That's all ahead, unless breaking news changes everything on Studio B. So let's get to the Blade Runner case now. Wow. We're learning more about the evidence that's turned up at the home of the history-making Olympian Oscar Pistorius, who now stands accused of murdering his supermodel girlfriend. That evidence reportedly includes steroids, alcohol, and a bloody cricket bat. Remember, prosecutors say the South African sprinter shot his girlfriend, Riva, 4 times last week on Valentine's Day. The double amputee wept openly in court when the prosecution laid out murder charges. Now, potential new clues. A source tells the British newspaper The Sun, which our parent company owns, that police found steroids in the sprinter's home, steroids and signs of heavy drinking. And the South African City Press newspaper reports that a blood-soaked cricket bat is the central piece of evidence because investigators found that the girlfriend's skull was also crushed. Keep in mind, cricket bats typically weigh about 3 pounds, heavier than and wider than baseball bats. Let's get to coverage on this now. An attorney's here to talk about it with us. But first, let's get to the Fox Report chief correspondent, Jonathan Hunt. And Jonathan, police have made it very clear from almost the get-go that they are very confident in this case.
Yeah, they never bought this self-defense theory, have shot it down at pretty much every turn. First of all, now, they're looking at this cricket bat, which was, as Shep mentioned, covered in blood. Questions, though, was it the blood of Riva Steenkamp or was it the blood of Oscar Pistorius? Did she use it to defend herself or did he use it first to attack her and then shoot her 4 times? Once before she ran into the bathroom, apparently 3 times after she was in that bathroom shooting through a locked door. Then they're looking at these steroids. They've ordered the drugs test to find out whether he had used them recently, whether this was a case of so-called roid rage, and if there was any rage involved here, a sudden bout of it, did it have anything to do with a text his girlfriend allegedly got late that night from the South African star rugby player Francois Hougaard? Is that perhaps what tipped this all off? Hougaard later, apparently that day, retweeted a picture of him with Riva Steenkamp, in which he said paid tribute to beautiful friends in much better times.
Yeah, a lot of questions to be answered here,
Yeah.
but some big problems with some of his sponsors first.
Yeah, and he has some very big sponsors. Nike is one of them. BT, the internet provider and phone company, is another. Oakley, the sunglasses maker, is another. Now, Nike produced that ad you're looking at there, the so-called bullet in the chamber ad. They've now pulled that, and they said that they have no plans to involve Pistorius in any future ads at this time, yet they have not cancelled their contract with him, as Oscar Pistorius' agent pointed out earlier. Listen.
I can confirm at this point in time all sponsors are still on board, and they have given us their commitment towards Oscar based on the relationships that they have formed with him over the past years, and they are quite happy to allow the legal process take its course before they make any other further and formal announcements on it.
And we should emphasize once again that Pistorius has denied murder. His family say this was all about self-defense. He merely mistook his girlfriend for an intruder. We'll find out a lot more about that argument from his attorneys when this bail hearing begins tomorrow, Shep.
All right, Jonathan, thank you. So what will the prosecution be putting before the jury? Nothing. With us now, trial attorney Richard Roth. Richard, good to see you.
Good to see you,
They
Shep.
don't use a trial by jury. This will be a judge and a judge alone in South Africa.
That is correct. Not only is tomorrow a judge, but the actual ultimate decision will be made by a judge and a judge alone. The judge can have 2 advisors, but the South African system is based on the Dutch Roman system, which does not have jurors. So this will not be a jury trial. It will be a trial by a judge. And the evidence is pretty overwhelming, as Jonathan just said. She goes over there at 6:30 at night. 1:30 in the morning, the neighbors hear loud screaming. 3:20. There's 1 shot, and the shots didn't go 4 in a row. There was 1 shot, a hesitation, and 3 more shots. And he apparently said that day that he thought it was a burglar. You have a burglar hiding in a bathroom with a cricket bat with blood all over it and 4 bullet shots. It's pretty overwhelming from what we know. Tomorrow, as Jonathan said, tomorrow and Wednesday we will learn more with the bail and the plea hearing.
Now, this man, this superstar athlete's family is insistent not that he didn't kill her, but that this premeditated murder charge is way too much.
They are, and they have a heck of a road to climb. The evidence right now is overwhelming. I would expect them to say nothing but that. But the bottom line is that we will know it all tomorrow, because tomorrow there will be a hearing for bail and a hearing for plea. And the issue of bail, of course, is whether or not he's a flight risk and the seriousness of the crime here. We have a very serious crime. We have a potential premeditated murder. So there's a very good chance that either he stays in jail or there's a very high bail amount set for him.
Somewhat rare to get this amount of evidence before the public prior to even a bond hearing, or as they call it there, a bail hearing. I haven't seen this happen here, at least. Is it normal under their system?
It's not normal. The reason why this has attracted such attention is because who we have. Not only is he an international star, but she in her own right is a South African star, a model, an actress that was on a reality TV show, a lawyer. So the two of them combined are just bringing a tremendous amount of attention, not only to South Africa, but to the world.
And you mentioned the reality TV show. This reality TV show is still running down there, and it has another 6 weeks left on its run, and she's one of the stars of it. A woman speaking from the grave.
They actually ran the first one a couple nights ago with the family's permission, and it is somewhat odd. It's sort of eerie that you're having a reality TV show for, as you said, a woman who's no longer with us. Tomorrow, also odd, at the same time as the bail hearing and the plea decisions, she will be buried. So it's an unrealistic day that's happening in the lives of those families.
I'll say. Richard Roth, thank you.
Thank you.